Hey folks, thanks for joining me for the tip of the month. Right now we're in beautiful Alabama. It's springtime and we're chasing a lot of shallow crappies. We've been really lucky because the weather's been stable, but as you know, a lot of times in the spring you can go from a solid week of high of 80 degrees and the next day it's a high of 40. Today's tip, I want to talk about how to keep catching those shallow fish during these cold fronts. If I could give you one piece of equipment that you want to go to, a lot of us are using bobbers in the springtime. It's this little ice fishing cork. As you can see, the way that that's shaped, it's kind of a snow cone or an oval shape that goes into the water. This allows the fish, if it barely hits that thing, it'll move it. There are going to be times when you get used to using this, you think back when you had a great big bobber on, you actually had hits and never even knew it. Even with this little ice fishing float and the way it's designed to go underwater, when those fish are finicky, it may not even take that under. It may set that float just up on its side or just twitch it a little bit. If it does anything other than sit perfectly still, set that hook. You really want to slow down your presentation this time of year, because if you're during one of those cold fronts, those fish are not going to chase a bait and they're just going to kind of come up and mouth it. You will see the slightest bite by using this type of jig. The other part of this is during these cold fronts, if it's one of those days that the temperatures are only in the 40s, a lot of us choose to stay home. Say, hey, we're not going to go out today because we know those fish aren't going to hit. Folks, this is the time you want to spend on the water. You already know going in that the fish are going to be very finicky, so now you really have to pay attention and see what you can do to get those fish to hit. This is just like any other sport, football, baseball, basketball. If you want to get better, you've got to practice. Fishing is no different. So if you want to refine your techniques and figure out what it takes a finicky fish to hit, get out during these cold fronts in the spring.